We're here. I think everything is up and running, and I am trying to get it all together. I have to update my computer so badly. It wants me to do it every time. So I just, of course, haven't done it. It's been a long time. It's been asking me to do this. Okay. So as you know, I am live on Facebook, and I'm also live on YouTube right now. And at some point, I will be turning off Facebook and going solely over to YouTube. I had to check something out here. Okay, fantastic. I was just trying to see where we were at. I don't want to. Okay. All right. So let's get started. I want to talk a little bit. I want to talk about earth elements. Okay. So I did my first group reading at Earth Elements. It's a brand new metaphysical shop in Saline, Michigan. It's just a great place. The co-owners are James and Kristen, and they are fantastic people. So if you have a chance, run over there. It'll be one of my places. I will start to be doing group readings. Start to do group readings on a monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, whatever it sort of works out to be. So keep your eye out for that. And what makes a great metaphysical store? The people. That's what makes a great metaphysical store, is the people that work there and interact. And because they're the owners and they're working there, they're right on top of everything, and they're just, they're able to answer questions and get me in and actually promote me, right? Which is different than Crazy Wisdom. I've been to Crazy Wisdom a couple times and nobody ever knew I was going to be there. But I'm going to say that's my own fault. I'm a really poor planner because I've got a lot going on. So, okay. So let's see. It was a fantastic. Okay, let me just tell you. Okay, it's just between you and me, right? Oops. I have okay, sorry. I got an my house got an Instapot for Christmas, and I just tried to use it to make it should have been a simple recipe. I don't think okay. All right. So, okay, I see that, Michaela. Okay, I see what you're writing. I'm going to try I'm not there yet. So, first we got to talk about this damn Instapot. Does anybody have an Instapot out there? If you do, tell me how to use it, because I thought it was going to be like, oh, make my life easier. So far, I don't know. I just got a text saying it says burn. So I may be burning something and not knowing it. Okay, there is the live chat. And here I'm just a little bit discombobulated. I've been cooking nonstop since I got home. I'm happy you're here too, Tracy. Okay. Hi, Connie. Hi, Rhonda. So an Instapot. It's a pretty. Oh, you're so sweet, Michaela. That's very kind. So I tried to make cracked chicken. It's a keto recipe, and I thought, like, you put it in, you're supposed to put it in frozen stuff and whatever. I just got the taste. So it's interesting because now just listen to me, because I want to take you on a journey on how understanding an Instapot is completely like life. All right, you ready for this? All right. So as I'm there trying to figure out what is going on with my Instapot, I'm realizing that for all of my life, I've lived without an Instapot, right? It has been fine. Everything's been great. I haven't had a worry or a concern. I've just used whatever, my slow cooker, or ordered food, or cut things up, whatever. It was easy. Now I'm trying to incorporate and put something into my life that's different, a change. So let's just say that this change is not just an Instapot. Let's say this is a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, a loss of a lover or a partner, right? But there's this change, and somehow I have to incorporate what's going on in my life to bring it all together. So in order to use this thing, this crazy, ridiculous, Dawn, you have an Instapot. You're not telling me how to use it. In order to use this thing, I have to stop, read, think, take moments, be willing to fail, be willing to throw away. I'd throw it all away and start over. Throw it away and I'll start over. Listen to me. It is not unlike your spiritual path that you're on. And I say this, and I say it tongue in cheek, but it really is true. If you're showing up to me in a group, in a reading, on YouTube, in Facebook, wherever you're doing, you are on your spiritual path. What does that mean? It means you have to stop. You have to think. You need to breathe. You need to allow that white space for everything to incorporate back into your life. And then you need to keep going and be willing to say, oh, maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm going to change my mind about that. And maybe I'm wrong about that. Literally being able to say, maybe I'm wrong about this thing or that thing or the other thing could be literally the key to life. The key to life. So that is how an Instapot is exactly like your spiritual awakening. Didn't think it could be done, did you? It totally could be. Okay, so an Instapot and spiritual, if you just signed on, you'll have to check that out for yourself because it's kind of funny. But it is also very, very true. Okay, so Earth Elements was amazing. It was a wonderful group reading, and I am going to be planning, I want to tell you this now so that I don't forget. I am going to plan on, I think the 13th, a week from this Wednesday, to be at Sal's. I'll be calling them tonight. So watch my Facebook feed. I will either be there the 13th or the 20th. I do also want to make sure that I know that it's just really hard to get a hold of me sometimes. I'm really busy. I have 3 little ones, and I guess they're not so little, but I have 3, so I'm cooking and running and jumping and doing everything I possibly can. And now we're fencing and lacrossing and a bunch of other stuff. So okay, all right. So that means that if you've tried to get a hold of me and you want a session, please don't give up. And I had somebody who somebody was able to kind of squeeze in because I had a cancellation. They were just like, Janny, I feel like a stalker, which usually would get my attention. Like, okay. It means that I'm really being very poor. So need to pick up my game and call these people back. So if you really want to get a session with me, just keep telling me you feel like a stalker, and then it will happen. Okay, so okay, I'm trying to think what else. There's so much to talk to you about. I am going to, if you haven't signed, there's Facebook to get a hold of me, but I really want you to also know, I'm going to put it in here, JannyCook.com. I think that was a period. Yeah, that is my website, and I'm going to be, oops, not my email. It happens so easily. That's my website, and I'm going to be adding things to it, changing things, and there's a series that is coming, and it's going to start. We actually started already in the beginning of January, and the second class is coming up, and it's going to be handwriting analysis. And handwriting analysis is an amazing, quick, easy tool that you can use leaving the class and be able to understand some of the energy around you through people's writings. And it could be as simple as their signatures. It's a pretty it's a pretty effective way and an effective tool to begin to use to understand what's happening around you. So please look into that. I think I was thinking that that was going to be February 17th. And then we'll have more happening. We have, I think, a chakra energy system will be in March. April is, I think, abundance. There's a financial one. May, I can't remember now. I have to think about that. Maybe it's mediumship. So I'm just going to be teaching these small things, and I'm going to add it up, and I'm going to put it up either as you can buy them all as a package, and then there's a reduced price, or you can buy them individually one at a time. And you will be then kicking off my being able to make the courses that I've been trying to get out into the world. Because change doesn't happen instantaneously. I mean, it totally can, but usually it's, you give 1%, you give 1%, you give 1%, you keep giving, you keep giving, keep giving, keep giving, keep giving on a consistent basis. So why the heck did I even talk about my website? It comes back around. Make sure you go there, and if you are not signed up for my newsletter or my blog, I really want you to give me your email address, and I will have you on this, so you'll get what's happening next, where I'm going to be, what's the next class, what's the next thing, so you don't have to always keep coming to Facebook, because I'd like to make sure that that you have a connection outside of social media. Okay, we just have, I guess, media then. If it's not social, it's just media. So okay, I want to talk about okay. So what I want to talk about the number 13. Okay, I see that on there. I want to, you know what? I actually live in a unit number 13. And there's 13 viewers. Oh, there was just 13 viewers right there as I was saying that. 13 viewers over there. Hi, Susie. It's all the way up in Quebec up there. Are you freezing cold? Is it cold up there, or is it not as cold now? 13 is a really divine number. It's the beginning and the end of cycles. So I don't want to get into the human part of when we look at 13 in the metaphysical. The human side is that, you know, you should really be afraid of it, and it's a scary number. I say, let's take a deep breath. Let's know that nothing is scary unless the energy and definition that we define it is scares us. We really like to come to this earth and be, we really like to be, we like to scare ourselves that we're separate, scare ourselves that we are, that a number could be something. But I want to also break down 13, because 13 is also, if you're 1 and 3 is 4, and 4 is a very angelic side. 1 and 3, 1 is everything, the beginning and end of everything, and 3 is divinity. So, and the Trinity, right? So you have like all of these things cooked together. Like 13 can't possibly be a bad number. These are all the numbers and the definitions that we've put onto things. Okay. All right. So, okay. So we did, I just see James on here. I just want to say hi to James. I'm looking really forward to hanging out with you. James is the owner, one of the co-owners at Earth Elements there in Saline. And it's at 104 West Michigan Ave at number, it's right in the front there. It used to be the Saline newspaper, the Saline Reporter, I think. So I just want to have a quick, oh my gosh, a blast. Carrie Compton. Oh, I'm just so wonderful to see you on here. Hi, my friend. He's one of my Boulder friends. He's an amazing, Carrie's an amazing man. Are you still fixing up cars for single moms out there? Okay. You'll tell me, because there's always this lag, and I can't really wait for answers, okay? So, all right. So the way that this works is kind of like a group reading, but it's really just me sitting in a room by myself, hearing spirits, which means if you want a reading by phone, that can happen. They will come to me, and it'll be specific for you. And but it is like a group reading, which means last week, if you were on, I got the name Lee, right? There was a name Lee. So Lee, it came up. 5 people understood Lee that has passed, that was a female, and almost every single piece of evidence and every single validation, every single person could take. So if you're in a room getting group reading at one time, you are absolutely supposed to be there. If you are here hearing something that sounds like you are absolutely supposed to be here. Okay. So if you hear something that is slightly, sorry, something got my attention. I'm a little bit squirrely today. So if you are, oy vey, sorry about this, like a broken record right now. If you're finding something that I say important, you resonate with you, your soul uplifts to it, you feel like a connection to what I'm saying, please don't second guess it. It is for you. I have seen so many times where Spirit will give messages through YouTube, through Facebook, to people who are really, really needing it. Oh yeah, last week I was really sick. My 6 seconds of trying not to hurt anybody. So I'm going to do a few minutes concurrently between Facebook and YouTube. And then YouTube people, you're going to want to jump over to Facebook, because I'm going to continue over there for a few minutes. So whenever you're trying to connect with Spirit comes down and then you go up. This is a little bit of a dance. It goes back and forth. And how Spirit talks to each other and how they talk to you or me is a really subtle dance. And it can be very, very easy to miss, because Spirit is not going to yell at you. You're going to have to really be open to what they're telling you, how they're telling you, and what they can. Oh, you know what? It's funny. I just need to ask this, James. If you're still on, do you have any sales over there at Earth Elements that you want to post up right here, right now, and let people know about? Earth Elements. Let me see if I can. I don't know off the top of your head if it's Earth Elements. Will you put somebody put Earth Elements website up on YouTube and Facebook so that people can look. I'm sure they can ship things out as well if you are in, let's say, Quebec, like you are, Susie, or if you're in Georgia. I know there's lots of people that are here. But yeah, so and if you have any sales going on, James, let people know about that right now, because I know that you guys were doing something pretty cool in December, but I didn't catch what you were doing for January, if you're doing anything for January, February. So, okay. Yes. Last week I was really sick. And if you could look at me, you would see like I still have broken blood vessels like all over my face, and my face is like still healing from my face is still healing. Okay. I am not, are you RH negative? I am not RH negative. I am positive. Which sounds kind of like, are you negative? Are you positive? No, I'm positive. No, I am, I'm definitely positive. I'm RH positive. Okay, so I do want to talk about the grandmother on the father's side is coming through pretty loud. Feels when I look at her, she is showing me. I know that you get shorter, but she's showing me definitely a decrease in height along with her spine going forward. I'm seeing her in a house coat. She's making me feel like she had issues with her throat and with her chest. So I'm feeling like she's making me feel like more heart and lungs, like breath was really difficult. She may have been a bit strict because she's showing me I'm sorry. I was just she makes me feel like she makes me feel disciplined. I want to be like strict. There were rules and you had to follow, but she was really pretty loving. I mean, you knew you were loved by her. So I do see a J when I come to here. I also see I'm hearing the name Jack. So when I'm here, I'd like to try and just play with what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Jack, and I'm also hearing like a John, something like some sort of J name I'm hearing right now. Kind of step forward. This feels like a it's interesting because one of the things that when I'm here, I'm feeling him, and he feels like he passed of cancer. He was in his 40s. He was so young, so I feel like he passed really young. I just feel like wildfire went all over my body. He's making me see. I think it looks like he's talking about one daughter as well as. Yeah, it could be. So so when I'm feeling this, I feel like I just heard him say I have an older daughter. I have an older daughter, and I have when I'm seeing here, I see like him laid back in a chair. So I almost see him like in a lazy boy a lot. So I think that there was a lot at his end of life that needed to be taken care of. So I just want you to know that like I'm seeing a lot of Josh or Joe or Jim, like my uncle. Like I just want to make sure that you understand that there are so many people who are going to watch this. There are so many people out in the world that are going to, between Facebook and YouTube, that are going to see this, that it's going to, they will do as much as they possibly can. I think that's my, as I put that up there, I think that's my YouTube site. I could be wrong. So definitely go over there because I'm about to end it over here. Make sure you like you like the channel and subscribe, and because then you'll get alerts to when I go online, because I'm going to start changing how I'm doing Mediumship Monday. I may start doing quick pop-ins on a daily basis on my YouTube channel. And there might not be things you want to miss because I'm going to do sort of metaphysical quips, things like that. I'm just going to check that out and go to that link and see what happens just to make sure. Oh, look, it's not found. That's great. I think that is wrong, Janny. I don't even know. I can't even stop it. So I'm going to start ramping this up because it's time to really get the books out, get the things out, get the courses out. So understand that when you're here and you're hearing a J, like they're making me say J. Remember, they made me say Lee last week. There were 5 people that can connect with that. They're making me say J. There's already 3 or 4 people that can connect to that. I feel like this is a male. I actually feel like I do feel 3, 4. I hear 5 males. So I also have an older gentleman. He's making me feel like he was either in the police or was Canadian, because I'm hearing the the Mounties. So there was there's a bit of Canadian out there as well that I'm feeling. I'm also having sometimes I wish you could just get in my head. I mean, it's a kind of an interesting place. If I could just look back and say, like, this is just interesting. I find it interesting if I could just have the conversation in my head with you about, or you could just see it. You could just, if I could just pick it out of my head and put it into your head. Because what I have is like a younger male making fun of me right now. He's kind of in his teenage years. And it's really sweet. He's getting my attention. So he's having a good time. I feel, okay, I need to talk about him because this is a younger male. I think he may have passed before Fortnite became a craze because he's doing a dance, but it's not a Fortnite dance, but it kind of looks like it. But I think so. He's showing me this prior to Fortnite, so that was so he passed over 3 years ago. This is a kind of way that timing can come through as well. And he's making me feel like Cancer went everywhere. I feel like short brown hair. I feel he makes me feel big, like he was getting bigger and bigger, and then all of a sudden he felt horrible. I feel it all in his abdomen right here, and I'm feeling he wants his family to know, because this is so pretty much what he's saying to me right now is he's really playing tricks on his family, and he wants them to continue to move forward with happiness and continue to move forward. Okay, so right here is where I'm going to end Facebook over here, and I'm going to continue on YouTube. So if you haven't liked, don't look at my link. It's wrong. My own. I'm gonna have to take that down now because it was silly of me. I just guessed, and I guessed incorrect, but that's okay. So if you haven't gone to the YouTube channel yet, so youtube.com, Janny Cook, I don't know. And okay. Michaela, you've got to get a hold of me. So let's just get a hold of me. Okay. I'm going to end this on here on Facebook. I'm going to keep it over on YouTube. So get over to YouTube, find it, see light, be light, and I will see you over there. Okay. Now, some of the times when I've closed my Facebook, I've accidentally deleted the video. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to try not to let that happen. So now as we're over here, I want to talk about that younger male. So I do feel like abdominal cancer, this is kind of just showing me that lower cancer. So lower, so I see diaphragm and below it happened like in that abdominal cavity. I also see, who else am I seeing? I cannot deny this because it's so much, but sometimes when things are really close to my life, then it gets a little like, I am seeing like a Canadian grandmother with the roll up stockings. Do you know what I'm saying? The kind of, I don't know, I guess they like were thigh highs that rolled up. So I'm seeing those. I'm seeing like very petite woman, making me feel like she had really pretty legs when she was younger. And I'm seeing rolling pins. So she's like showing me rolling out pies and rolling out things like that. So, so understand how these signs can work, because what can happen is they're telling me about rolling pins, right? They're talking about rolling pins here. So it could also mean like you just had pie. So it is open to interpretation as far as when we're in this setting, what it actually looks like. So he's also, okay, yeah. She just said, say hi to my family. I feel like there's also, she has a female daughter with her. I'm so happy. I don't think that they were happy in life. They're showing me being really not, I don't want to be like argumentative and unhappy together in life, but they're showing me being really, really happy. And hi, Sony. And be really, really happy, and then working together and getting through any issues. So I am seeing that mother here. I'm also seeing, and she's an aunt, so I'm also like, okay. Oh. So I'm also seeing so as I come here, I'm like moving on, and I'm feeling I feel like the aunt has a family. The aunt, that's how you know the Midwest, right? Aunt. The aunt is, I guess, the correct way, like coupon or coupon. What do you say? Anyway, the aunt is talking about her family having to deal with sickness right now. She's making me feel like that if you are a husband who lost his wife and you're not feeling well, I feel like there's a misdiagnosis going on right now, because they're showing me that there's two things happening that need to be looked at. So make sure that you're speaking up for yourself, because I'm feeling like you need a healthcare advocate that's going to also making me feel like you're having a hard time talking. Maybe you just don't. It's like a tongue swelling. I don't know what that is. This is what I'm seeing when I see this. Okay, so I'm just seeing. I'm listening for other things. Okay. Thank you, Sonny. Okay, so so there's okay. So one of the it's one of the things that it's okay. I don't. This is a harder one because I don't know if they're listening right now. But I am seeing like I am seeing a grandmother for someone who is sick on this side. It's a grandmother for a daughter. It also has that, I feel that abdominal stuff going on again. I feel like there's an aggressive sort of cancer happening. She just wants you to know that it's like she's coming forward to say, I'm going to be here when you're ready to cross. I want to just soothe you with the fact that just enjoy every moment that you have right now. It's like, even if it's painful, your loved ones are here loving you. Oh, now the number 13 again. That was a really big number over on Facebook. Were you over on Facebook, Cheryl? I don't know if you were. My hair's looking a little stringy right now. It's kind of weird just to have your like mug in front of you all the time. Okay. I got to tell you, that's what I'm feeling for tonight. That is what I'm feeling for tonight. So I just want to encourage you to, if you have a good time, if you have a good time here, and if you had a good time with me, tell people, talk about me. If you haven't, don't tell anybody. Don't be silly. Don't tell anybody. But I am available I actually have a pretty open schedule. So if you're looking to set up a group or a one-on-one session, it's a good time to give me a call. Oh, don't forget to like this as well. You know what I'm saying? And share it with people. So thank you so much for coming. Again, start looking for some changes that are going to start taking place in February. And make sure you sign up. Yep, exactly. See light, be light. Have a wonderful night. Mwah! Take care. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye. Oh, and be as safe as